1923. The first issue of Time magazine appears on the newsstand. Lee DeForest invented talking motion pictures. Several years later, they were all the rage in movie theaters. Prohibition was in full swing. As fast as thirsty consumers could manufacture the stuff, the feds would come and destroy it. The first U.S. airship was built with high hopes that these huge flying machines would soon dominate the skies. Outrageous flapper fashions were in vogue, and cars were starting to show style and power. The future looked bright. It seemed likely that cars of the future would feature glass roofs and speed along somehow on two wheels. The now iconic Hollywood sign appeared as a promotion for a housing development. Walt Disney founded Walt Disney Productions, and soon we'd meet an animated mouse that would change entertainment forever. And if all these weren't enough new beginnings, in December, Martin and Ruth Erickson had a new baby boy, Stephen Glenn. He joined an older sister, Orlin. He proved to be very skilled with his hands and an innovative thinker. He received the best in technical education. If there is one event that marks this generation, it's service in World War II. Steve joined the Army and signed up for an elite airborne unit, the paratroopers. He fought his way up Italy, jumped behind enemy lines in France, and wears the rare airborne star for a jump into combat. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge and went on to serve on occupation duty in Berlin, where he witnessed the damages of war firsthand. But the end of the war had a sweet side, a return to Betty Anderson, the love of his life.
Of hanging around in sleepy towns forever, back roads empty for miles.
Steve and Betty made a striking couple. They bought a home on Benjamin Street in northeast Minneapolis. 4 children, Galen, Chad, Star, and Stacy, soon filled the place.
Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip, double dip, tip-toppy, 2-seat Pontiac, so you can rev her up, don't go slow.
And then, when they thought their child-raising duties were done, they accepted Betty's twin nieces, Lynn and Lori, into their home. Just as soon as the twins left, the grandchildren started arriving. Steve and Betty celebrated their 50th anniversary in 2006.
We go together like a wink and a smile.
Steve is a fearless problem solver. He spent his life working in technical research. Some of our first forays into space carried his handiwork. When he wanted a boat, he bought 2 war surplus fuel drop tanks and made what was surely the most innovative boat on South Lindstrom Lake. If a car top carrier was needed, it was built from scratch and painted to match. If the family cabin needed a new foundation and to be moved to a new site, Steve did it single-handedly. Christmas photos taken with Mom's professional Rolleiflex camera were developed and printed in our own home darkroom. If most people needed a telephone pole for an awesome swing set, they'd call an expert. Steve lashed it to the roof of his car. But he also assisted everyone in their problem solving and dream building. When Chad's company was recognized as Minnesota Entrepreneur of the Year, it was in large part because he was the son of Steve Erickson. Mormon missionaries appeared on Steve and Betty's doorstep in the early 50s. Steve is a pioneer in the Mormon Church in Minnesota. He has served in endless callings and attended endless building fund dinners. He put his skills to work on this fundraising pin for the new Golden Valley Chapel. By the time it was ready for groundbreaking, hundreds of dollars were raised. His skills were put to the test as project clerk for the new Minneapolis Stake Center, at the time the largest building project in the church. Steve loves to travel, and with the addition of a Shasta travel trailer, our family became a traveling machine. His endless curiosity thrives on new places and experiences. There's few places in the U.S. he hasn't seen. The family cabin in Lindstrom, Minnesota, was originally built by Steve's grandfather, Emil. This place has been at the heart of many of the family's greatest memories. But a man's life consists of far more than a calendar and a box of photographs. Let's talk about legacy. In the middle 70s, the church recommended that families establish organizations to give structure to family goals. Few families paid attention. Steve did. From these first minutes in 1976, the Steve Erickson Family Organization, or Family Org as we affectionately call it, has met monthly or bi-monthly, continuously for nearly 40 years. Today, we salute the well-lived life of Stephen Erickson, 90 years young.